Namaskar everyone. Thank you for joining in today. We have some construction noises around, but they are all part of the symphony at this time of the day. I just want to continue with my message of yesterday, Sunday, understanding the karmic play with its internal energies from the patterns inside and the external energies that come from the stage, the karmic stage as I call it. And learning how to meet with both from the consciousness space. Because you are a seer in the consciousness space. You are able to witness everything with those inner eyes of seeing, those eyes of consciousness. You are able to witness the whole inner stage, first of all, the subtle parts of you, and then the outer stage. From that one place in the consciousness. There's only one place of seeing. And that depth of seeing we need to explore. How do we deepen that center of seeing? Because when we are humanly identified and we are seeing through these physical eyes, and our ego is human, our ego is humanly identified, then our meditations are caught up with the things outside of us. We are unable to really see clearly and manage the subtle energies of the inner space. So, in this journey in the consciousness space, we need to have the seer, the ego that is observing from the deepest place within, so you can see every movement of thought, emotion, intention, and you can also see or observe everything that is happening in the physical plane. And in the meditation today, I want you to remember that your subtle being is so intimately connected to your gross being, the physical body. And if you can appreciate that, you'll understand that you just can't move away from your gross body when you sit to meditate or when you are moving about in the world. You need to understand what is happening to my gross body. Because your gross body is where you're having the gross experience, the physical experience. And it's important to understand that your physicality also influences your mind, influences your emotion, and in that way influences the consciousness space, the ego in the consciousness. So to really free yourself from those limitations and to come into a space where you can really enjoy the field of play, the play of subtle energies and the play of gross energies, to really enjoy the play in the consciousness space. You need to observe that intimate connection of body, of mind, of emotion in the consciousness space, and of ego in the consciousness space. So as I take you deeper into this meditative awareness, it's awareness. So I want you to stay conscious of your physical body. And for some of you it might be painful, some of you it might be challenging, but you need to be centered in the inner as you observe the outer, so that you are not overwhelmed by the gross experience. That you are so subtly anchored, you're so anchored in the inner space that you can influence the gross from the subtle. And that's the intention of the meditation, to be able to stay centered in that space within where you can observe the subtle workings of your being and by extension the way you work the body from that subtle plane, because the subtle is a driver. You're driving from the subtle plane. And then you're able to observe the effects that driving that you're doing of subtle energies through the gross body, the effect that it's having. And in very simple ways, that if you create different thoughts in the mind, the effects on the body are different. If you generate subtle emotions, as we all do, in a space, observe the effect on the physical body, physicality. And when you are having a gross experience in the physical body, observe the effect on the emotion and on the mind and on the ego as a result. You need to be able to observe all of these things if you're to manage the inner space from a state of freedom where you can really play with the energies to the best effect. So body, mind, emotion, and ego are extremely important. So the thought, the emotion, the vitality of the body, the experiences of the body, and the play of the ego are all important to understand. When I say play of the ego, I mean how the ego is posturing. What kind of mindset is it posturing with? What kind of emotional frame it is posturing in and through. And the effects that are being created in the body itself through all the actions we perform. The ability to notice that. The moment you can see from a deeper place and you can manage from a deeper place, the whole experience is more liberating. You feel a greater sense of freedom to act. And the more you can tap into the intuitive wisdom within you, the more empowered you would be with knowledge from the inner space. So let's take that into our meditation today, that an intimate connection between body, emotion, mind, ego, in the consciousness space. And that's where all the sadhana is, or all the efforts are for evolving in our consciousness. So I'm just taking a moment now. Let's just center in that inner space with you, wherever you are. Eyes open or closed, it really doesn't matter. Just come into a place of peacefulness as much as you can. And a place of lovingness as much as you can. Open the belly to breathe so you can stabilize the physical body in its vitality. Breathe into the belly, breathe into the chest. And maintain the rhythm of the breath. Stay in body awareness, but anchored in that space of loving being and peaceful observing. The goal in the mental space is equanimity. Even-mindedness. Doesn't matter what is happening around you. You can understand and appreciate it as part of the karmic journey. And then when you bring love into this space, it's amazing. This loving being. Just opening your heart to explore the love that is already there in the consciousness. And stay with me. And let that love flow in and through the body. Observe how you can revitalize the body cells by simply breathing into the gut and holding every cell in the body in your loving energy. I love you, my body. That should be the awareness. I love you, my body. I love you, my every cell, every cell. You're so precious to me. And hold that beautiful awareness of loving your body and allowing this loving energy to course through the body, to flow in and through the body with this beautiful feeling of waves and waves of emotional energy just flowing in and through your being. That's the way you need to come. And the more you develop this, the more the neural pathways will be created in the body, in brain and nervous system, to stabilize it in the body. So your body will know in its innate intelligence, its cellular intelligence, systemic intelligence, it will know how to prepare this field for you. The moment you give it, you bring it to attention, the entire body will begin to feel this beautiful feeling. And that's what I absolutely love. When I train my body in a particular way, it just happens. When I sit to breathe, all the rhythms come in. When I sit to just to meditate and just open up the emotional space, I can feel my whole body, or my whole body is filled with this thing. So it is a habit that you need to create, but the science behind habit is building neural pathways that happen just so automatic, that begins to operate just so automatically. And old patterns may remain there because you may still remember them, but they have no effect when you create new patterns that take over these old habits that you don't want. You can change that. And yes, loving every cell. And I love to consider breath as precious, but when I breathe with a lot of gratitude and thanksgiving just to the air, just to this air that is free to breathe. Though it may not be of the best quality because of the lack of trees in some places and more buildings and more pollution, but nevertheless, let's always strive to breathe deeply when conditions are best. And when you breathe, always stay along the spinal column, awareness of the spinal column. As you open belly to breathe, as you open ribcage to breathe, as you lift the shoulders and open up the upper part of the chest to breathe. Always be conscious of breathing fully. Your body is best served when you do that. And to breathe in fully, you need to push the air out of the lungs. Empty the lungs as much as you can, and then you'll get a better feeling. Always in rhythm. Always in rhythm. Because breath affects the emotion and the mind. When you have it rhythmic and you have it deep, emotions are more stable, mind is more stable. So stay in the rhythm of the breath, stay in the emotion of loving being. Stay holding your body in this beautiful, warm, loving energy of your heart. and open your mind to take conscious of your body as you operate it. And that's truly what meditation is. It is being centered in the deepest part of your being, observing every level of being, and having a mind that is equanimous, even-minded in the play. And having a heart that is loving and kind, compassionate towards the world, and having a body that is vibrating with vitality that comes from a peaceful, equanimous mind and a heart that is full of love. And just enjoy this beautiful state of beingness. This warm, loving feeling. It's such a beautiful one. That it should always be your preferred posture towards your world. And as I was saying yesterday, it really doesn't matter what's happening on the outside. It's more important how you are centered and how your internal energies are as you meet with your world. Because your world will have fluctuating energies, but it should not meet fluctuating energies within your own being. Your inner space should be stable and held in the light of wisdom, the light of love, and the light of vital currents flowing through your body. And as you stabilize in this inner field, extend it to the environment that you're in. Doesn't matter where you are, what country you're in, what place you're in. Just extend that beautiful feeling to the whole environment. That's what I do when I travel in an airplane. I just go within and I hold the entire airplane and passengers in that beautiful field of love. So hold your space wherever you are in that field of love. Really observing how that love brings a beautiful energy into the field. This loving being brings a beautiful energy into the field. And the mental being holds the entire field in this positive energy and prana of the mind. And be conscious of your body, allowing your entire body to be impregnated, to be filled and nourished with your attention as you hold the entire body in your consciousness. And what is holding your body do? It is allowing you to own every part of you mentally and in the ego, the energy part of you. When you detach your mind from any part of your body, you deny the energy of the mind, and you deny the flow of the energies of the heart. You deny it when you take your mind off it. But once you put your mind on it again, you bring those energies back to that part of the body. And I love doing that with my feet as I walk, or with my hands as I use them, or with my entire body, even as I sit and move and speak. I love to hold the body in these beautiful energies of the inner space. That's how important the mind is. And now extend this. Let's extend this to the world around us. So wherever you are, the trees, the plants, all the flowers, all the vegetation, the earth, and all living beings that inhabit our space. Let's open your consciousness to them. They are worthy of your attention as well, not just your own physical body. Our world thrives in that ecological condition of all things working together for the benefit of each other. So may we all thrive. May all of us living in this planet be nourished and thrive together. And let's make the wish for our world. May all be happy. May all be centered in the light. May all grow in the consciousness space. May all begin to understand all that we are. And may we, humankind, coexist harmoniously with all of life. So thank you everyone for joining in today. As we hold the entire world in our mental field, in the beautiful intentions and wishes for a more peaceful, loving and harmonious planet. Let us repeat the peace mantra. Om Shanti. Peace. Shanti. Peace. Shanti. Peace. So I wish you an amazing Monday, everyone. I hope the morning has been good for you. Continue to make it what you want it to be. Don't let life push you in a way that it does. No, you make it what you want it to be. Be the architect of your own destiny, the master of your own destiny. That is what you are. You create your own destiny by every thought that you hold in the mind. Every action you perform from those thoughts, and every emotion that you drive in and through the human experience. You create your destiny. So act wisely, consciously, and responsibly to create your own destiny. Have an amazing day. It's a beautiful season of Christmas, leading to the New Year. And let's enjoy every day of this beautiful season. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.